Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week, we're finally doing it. If you don't know what this book is about, I don't really either. My understanding is that it's about toxic gay vampires. We're gonna start this and I'm gonna read it with you all, let you know my thoughts. There may be some spoilers. I'm gonna keep it as light as possible, but I can't talk about a book during an entire video without talking about some of the stuff that happens, otherwise there's no video. So this is your warning now. If you don't want this book spoiled, don't watch this video. So I think I'm just gonna start this, but before I do, I am forgetting something, so give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, I think that's better. I wanted to give vampire teeth, but the Spirit Halloween in my town isn't open yet. Just pretend and ignore the fact that this lipstick is definitely going to get on my teeth. I think I'm ready to start my vampire book. The dedication is to the ones who hunger for love, for time, or simply to be free. I see you, Miss Schwab. I see you. Alex is so relatable. Loki, I feel like in every single one of E. Schwab's books, there's always like an autistic coded character. Not that they're necessarily like neurodivergent or anything, but that I read them and I'm like, ooh, you get it. Like I'm sure this isn't necessarily narrowed down to people who are neurodivergent, but I cannot tell you how many times that I was at a party, and I did not go to like a big party college, so it was always like 20 people I knew, max. But I would go into the bathroom and just like sit there and like take a breath and then look at myself and be like, you can be normal for an hour longer, okay? You can do it. Oh, so Lottie's a vampire too. Oh, okay. This is the death date. So Maria dies in 1532. And Alice dies in 2019, and we don't know when Lottie dies. Okay. Is that it, or are there more? Okay, I think that's it. I think those are our three ladies. Oh, this is very Addie LaRue. Like, knowing you can't stay with someone. Have people made Chaperone and Subway edits to this book? I'm already sensing it, and I'm 40 pages in. I wonder if this list is people she's turned. Oh, I'm scared for Maria. I'm really scared. Also, I'm using my Target receipt for this book as a bookmark. I like that kind of a theme so far has been like the world has rules, and if you play the game, then you can have like great benefits from it. Maria talking about like if you play the role of like if you make yourself look desirable to men, but only desirable so that they have to marry you, then you know you can marry up. Alex trying to be a less insecure, a less anxious version of herself by like being the college party girl. I'm curious at what point all those rules are gonna get broken and how, because they have to be. I mean, the women keep describing themselves, or the narrator keeps describing them as feral. Feral girls don't follow rules. I bet the cunning woman's a vampire, though. This is gonna look bad. You guys are gonna see how often I count pages. Why do I feel like the maid, Isabel, that Maria has a crush on? Why do I feel like she's gonna get rejected? Why do I feel like this can only go, like, horribly? It kind of reminds me of the movie The Handmaiden. I'm pretty sure it's a Korean film. It's pretty good. There are parts of it that are very, like, male gazy, and it's definitely, like, lesbians only existing for male pleasure. But there are some really good moments in it. Oh no! She was married off, the maid. Oh, that sucks. Poor Maria. I hope she gets to kill him. I saw another name. Sabine. Died 1532. I wonder if that's Maria and she just changed her name, or if that's a fourth character. Yeah, Sabine keeps coming back. Is there another Lottie, though? Headcanon now. Maria kills her husband and has to go on the run, so she changes her name to Sabine. Charlotte, 1827. Okay, I'm gonna stop flipping because I will spoil this for myself. So I took a little break and I read some off camera. Alice definitely got turned. I'm sorry, I would be so mad. I feel so bad for her. I would be so furious if that happened to me. I'd be like, excuse me. I would have said yes if you asked me, but it's the principle of it. Really reminds me of, well, I keep almost accidentally calling her Alex because she reminds me of the main character from Ninth House for some reason. But also, isn't that literally the plot of an episode from the What We Do in the Shadows TV series? Oh, I'm nervous for Maria. I'm so nervous for her. I was right. She does take Sabine's name. Oh my gosh. I love vampire lore so much. Because, like, if you look at it critically, like, it's just a metaphor for sex, basically. So the fact that Maria taking her revenge on her husband is mirrored so perfectly with the way that he treats her. Oh, it's so perfect. It's literally perfect. I hope Alice gets to kill a frat boy. That would be fun. I can't believe that Lottie turned her. And then just, what did that note say? Let's go back. Let's look. Goodbye, Alice. XO Lottie. That's all she gave her after turning her. That's horrible. She doesn't know what's happening to her. She's gonna kill someone. I love that the women in this book can just figure out what's going on so quickly. Like, it's not, oh, what's happening to me? It's, I'm gonna find the bitch who turned me. I'm gonna find her. I'm glad that Maria has some company. I don't like that she preys on women, though. I don't like that. That's icky, Maria. You're gonna get canceled. I wonder if there's gonna be another vampire that's central to the story, or if Lottie is Sabine / Maria, or if it's a situation like, because Maria takes Sabine's name after she becomes a vampire. Or maybe there's another vampire that Maria kills. That's my headcanon right now. It's that Lottie is actually Maria. I don't know. I don't understand why she turned Alice, though. It's really interesting the way that she's adjusted the vampire lore, because I think most of the things that repel vampires are, if you look back, it's because they're things that are associated with, like, holiness and purification. Like, crucifixes, obviously they're a symbol of God, and vampires are impure, so, like, it's warding them away. Mirrors are, like, symbolic reflections of the soul, so if you don't have a soul, you're not going to see anything. Garlic is used to, like, for spiritual cleansing, which, you know, if you think about it, it's, oh my god, it helps boost your immune system, maybe, kind of like ginger, like it has a medicinal quality to it. I think the stake is the same thing. I think it's supposed to be a holy type of wood, depending on the lore. But so the way that she shifted it, so no, the problem isn't the stake itself, but it's that the only thing about a vampire that is still mortal is their heart. You must keep your heart guarded, like the metaphor in that. The metaphor for vampirism and, like, freedom in a way, but even queerness or love. I love a good, like, vampire or cannibalism as a metaphor for love. And the burial dirt, that, I think that's a play on how vampires usually have to sleep where their grave is, so they'll bring grave dirt with them. Like, that's the whole plot of Dracula. They have to, like, chase down all his burial dirt and get rid of it so he has nowhere else to go to sleep. That's a big deal in What We Do in the Shadows. Like, that's interesting how she shifted it so now, like, vampires are dead, so they can't go into graveyards because then their body will forget that they're undead. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Alice's sections as much. Like, I don't like Maria / Sabine. But she's an interesting character. And I want to find out what happens. Because I'm convinced that she and Lottie are the same person. I want to know how she got from point A to point B. And Alice's sections are just a lot of flashbacks. Like, I'm a third in, and so far all that's happened to Alice is she's hooked up with a girl, gotten turned into a vampire, and killed a guy. Like, that is pretty much it. Whereas Maria's done a lot. Alice is one of those characters that I just relate too much to. But just the feeling of, like, I don't know, going into the bathroom and being like, I have to be normal, I have to act normal, I have to be a different version of myself, otherwise people won't like me. It's like, girl, that's too close to home. That's too close to home. Get away from me. Ooh. Sister trauma. I'm so nervous for Alice. Her, like, getting picked up by a guy and then to hunt him made me so nervous. Because, like, yeah, that's a great strategy if it goes well. But, also incredibly dangerous. Even though you can live forever, still dangerous. Oh, yes. Gay vampires. Gay vampire boys. I love this. Interesting. Interesting. I do love that Alice, back to Alice's thing, she's such, like, a smart horror movie protagonist. Like, she's seen enough crime shows that she's like, I ain't doing this. Let's figure out the rules. I hope she gets more unhinged because, like, she just hasn't done very much. And I'm 200 pages into this book. I love Alessandro. Something horrible is gonna happen to him, but I love him. If Sabine tries to kill him, I'm gonna kill her. This is so interesting. Like, the idea that, like, the hunger is not, or the thirst for blood is not necessarily, like, what's keeping you alive. I wonder, like, where the limit is. Like, how long can a vampire really go without blood? I also love how Mateo asks her, like, does it make you hesitate to, hunt someone for so long and then, like, befriending them basically and then betraying them effectively and killing them? And she's like, That's the best part. Like, she is so unhinged. This part is giving the subway of Alice searching for Lottie on the train. That song has ruined me, everyone. If you haven't listened to The Subway by Chapel Roan, there's no way you haven't. It's literally everywhere, but, it's so good. It makes me cry, like, oop, they found the frat boy. Wait, was it her friend? Oh, it's her friend's boyfriend. I love how this entire book is just, men are awful. Men suck. Men suck. Time to be a lesbian. That's both horrible and hilarious. I went and read off camera for a bit, and then I also got a drink, which I'm gonna show you guys just to demonstrate how easily this lipstick comes off. The fact that I don't want to. Yeah, you might not even be able to see that, but there's this much there. But yeah, I can't drink anything when I wear this lipstick, so until I finish my drink, it's just gonna, like, come off slightly, little by little. We finished Sabine's sections, I think, and we found out Alice has found other vampires and she's found Lottie, and the assumption now is that Sabine is the one who turned Alice. I'm kind of sad that Sabine and Charlotte aren't the same people. That would have been cool. Where it's like, this is a story about 3 people, but actually it's only 2. I love that sort of thing. But, seems like that's not the case. I'm wondering if this is going to turn into a thing where, like, Sabine is deeply in love with Charlotte. It's like, you can't belong to anyone else, so all the people that Charlotte sleeps with get turned. It is also like, one of the things that really made me think that Charlotte and Sabine were the same is this. Like, why wouldn't it just say Charlotte? And then also the fact that she, like, makes a list of things to remember about the girls. It's like Sabine's mementos. So, I don't know, that I'm confused, but you know what? I'm 350 out of, 530 pages? There's plenty to go. There's plenty to figure out. So, I'm in the middle of Charlotte's first section. And I like Sabine the most out of all the women we've met so far. She's just feral. There's really no better word for it. She's just the exact kind of person who needs to be a vampire. It is. Charlotte's sections just make me so sad. It's like too close to home, you know? Like, I don't want to talk about in too much detail because, again, if you haven't read the book, I want this to kind of be enough to, like, interest you in reading it without spoiling everything. So, if you are gay or queer, I think most of us have had a moment where, I don't know, we've been outed, or we've come out to the wrong person, or we've had a crush on someone and it turns out like they weren't interested in us at all, and the minute they find out, they back off. And it's just such a horrible feeling because it's like, it's shame. It's shame and guilt and feeling like there's something wrong with you and you're the person doing something wrong, when really at the end of the day you just were with the wrong people, and you know, you can't learn unless you make those mistakes. And it's something that people who were straight, who aren't queer, don't experience, because you know, if they flirt with the wrong person, if they confess their feelings to the wrong person, there isn't that additional feeling of, oh, that person thinks I'm a creep, they think I'm a predator, they think I'm disgusting, they think there's something wrong with me. Like, there's another layer to it whenever it happens to you if you're queer. And it just, Charlotte's entire section so far, granted I'm only on her first section, I'm assuming it'll get better, because it got better with Sabine's / Maria's sections. I'm just like, I don't want it, get it away from me. I experienced that one too many times in high school. I'm done with it. I don't want it anymore. All the characters in this book are like a little bit too close to home for me, to the point that I can't like separate myself from the story and enjoy it. No, I'm just like, oh no. And now it's giving good luck, babe. Does V.E. Schwab listen to Chapel Roan? She better. This book screams it. Okay, and it's just, part of what sucks about it is Charlotte, like, is so just full of self-loathing and looking for someone to understand her, and you know that Sabine is just preying on her. It's just preying on her, and it's just going to kill her. Which is, like, I don't know if Sabine has decided whether or not she's gonna, like, turn her yet or not. But she's not planning anything good for this girl. I'd love you guys to guess what this is. Obviously, you know, it's red because I'm reading a book about vampires, but what do you guys think it is? Am I over here drinking Kool-Aid? That'll give you a hint. I was checking to see if it's flat. And it is. I finished Charlotte's first section, and oh my god, that poor girl. Poor girl. She did not sign up for this. Like, she kind of did, but not really. I'm not sure how I feel about, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Disbursement, I guess, is the best word for it, of all of the sections in it. Because, like, we just come back to Alice for, like, 3 pages, and nothing really happens. We just get the woman out of the room, and then we go back to Charlotte. So I guess Charlotte's just monologuing right now. I want Sabine. I love her. She's so evil. And is this next section for Alice just a few pages again? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna get Charlotte monologuing for a bit. And we're opening up about how Sabine's a control freak. Okay, cool. Oh, this is gonna, like, break my heart. I just know it. Obviously, like, they look about the same age, but Sabine is, like, centuries old at this point. So, like, Charlotte is still, like, you know, a 20-year-old woman who is just, you know, like, doesn't really know who she is yet. She's trying to figure things out, and she's, like, looking to Sabine for guidance, and Sabine's like, nothing matters. Everything dies. Like, they are not, you know, equals in this relationship. It's like you can already tell it's gonna get yucky, and it's, you know, still got 140 pages left. I was about to open my camera to make a good luck vape joke. Oh, that is so evil. Oh. Sabine knowing that among their kind, among the vampires, a promise is like binding, like you cannot physically break it. And knowing how shitty it feels to have that used against you, and her doing that to Charlotte, oh, that is horrible. That is toxic Yuri right there. Oh my god. Who do you think has killed more Englishmen this year? You or Germany is brutal. Sabine is killing children now. Sabine has a taste for child blood. I mean, that's what Lucy does in Dracula. Lucy feeds on little boys, and it's a reversal of the children feeding on their mothers. It's like a corruption of motherhood, of breastfeeding. Wait, what is this necklace? Oh, okay. Oh, that's... Honestly, that would get me. The cufflink necklace. That's funny. Oh, no. Okay. Oh my god. Her Sabine was never gentle, never kind. Or if she was, those things were gone by the time they met. That's so sad. I read off camera for a bit, and I'm glad I did. Because, I had to take a break and cry all my makeup off. About, I'm guessing her name is Brown's Giada. I just, like, I knew it was coming. Because, like, there's no way Sabine is gonna let her be with anyone else besides her. The part at the beginning now makes sense. Because she's like, I really liked Alice, but I can't be with her. Because my evil ex-girlfriend is gonna hunt her down and kill her. Maybe that's why she has the list at the beginning. It's to keep track of, like, how close Sabine is. Sabine is turning Charlotte's lovers now. I'm not sure I'm buying that Sabine is turning them because she knows that Charlotte is terrified of turning into Sabine. Terrified of being basically an abuser and letting her humanity drift away. Does Sabine have that much awareness at this point? Or is she just doing it because she knows it upsets Charlotte? Honestly, at this point, like, hire a vampire bounty hunter, or just, you know, get a wand and a rabbit. Like, or hang out with men. Like, at a certain point, she knows this is gonna happen. For fuck's sake, Lottie, snaps Ezra. Either these girls' lives matter more than your need for love, or they don't. Get her ass, Ezra, 'cause you're right. Names, notes, fragments of memory, each entry like one of Sabine's tokens, and yet the opposite, because she is not keeping track of the lives she's taken, but of the one she has saved, protected by her diligence, her ability to take and leave instead of stay. That's a nice parallel. Now that is interesting. The idea that if you kill your creator, then you can go back to being alive and human. There's no way that works. It doesn't make sense, because it seems like, well, the way you turn people in this book and in, like, it reflects the common lore, is you die and then you're revived with the vampire blood. So if you're severed from the vampire blood, then you just go back to being dead. Guys, Sabine is so scary. She's so scary. Hot vampire lady is scary. The grave dirt. The grave dirt. Dang. I'm not sure what I was expecting that, like, final confrontation to be, but it wasn't that. Lottie lied to her. Oh. Oh no, I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen, and I need to brace myself. Okay. I was really scared for a second that Alice was just gonna be like, there's no point. I don't want this life, and just do something horrible to herself. I'm glad that is not what happened. Toxic Fury vampires. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this one for a bit. If you're new to my channel, I do a monthly review of all the books I read each month, and I give like short, spoiler-free reviews of them, so look out for that. That will be coming first week in September, I bet. That's usually when it is. Right now I'm feeling 4 stars, but I will see how much it haunts me. Honestly, like, there's so much that happens in this book. I would be happy if V.E. Schwab did a whole vampire series. Sabine's story could be an entire book. Charlotte's story could be an entire book. Alice's story could be an entire book. And there's so many other vampires and other characters. I do typically love character-driven work, so I was into that. There were some moments in here where I was just like, ugh, you're too much like me, or your experience is too much like mine, and I read for escapism. What the hell? So that really is my only complaint with the book, in that it was really emotionally stressful. But I mean, I love everything V.E. Schwab has written. I really kind of halfway through this book, I was like, this might be not one of my favorite works that she's written, but now, like, finishing it, looking at the big picture, it is really good. Anyway, let me know if you've read this book. Let me know your thoughts. Is there anything that I didn't react to in the book that you'd like to hear my thoughts on? Have a conversation in the comments. Be lesbians in the comments. If there's any other books that you guys think you'd like to see me react to, do a reading vlog about, I'd be totally down to do it. I've thought about on TikTok doing like a Twilight read, because I've never read Twilight and I know I'm gonna hate it. Of the books I have left to read this year for my reading challenge, I do think I'm gonna do a reading vlog of The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Do you think I'm gonna do a reading vlog for that? And I'll dress up Dark Academia for that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the costume. Do you want more costumes in the future? Also let me know, how many takes do you think that this video took? How many days do you think I recorded? Because trust, I did not sit down, I did not do my makeup, sit down, and read for 8 hours straight. But yeah, I'm not very good at makeup, so I'm just curious, like, if you, how many times you think I did it, because if it's less than it actually is, that would bring me a lot of joy, and if it's more than it actually is, I don't know what to do with that. That would be funny though. That's all I got for you guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. You can follow me on TikTok, you can follow me on Fable. I have an Etsy shop. Everything will be linked in the description. Before I leave, I'm gonna show you what happens if I rub my mouth with this makeup on. Give me your black lipstick recommendations in the comments. Clearly I didn't pick a good one. See you guys later.